Get up. We got to do a podcast.
Yeah. For those of you listening along, none of that made sense. So
it's just like, so is Brooke's standing desk like an electric one where you can like adjust the height, or is it a manual one?
No, it's electric. You can adjust the height on it.
How funny would that be if one time during your recording the actuator just like leaks out and it just like slowly starts dipping?
I'm raising
down
it up now.
And you're just
I look shorter and shorter. I'm lowering it right now. Just
are you? Because it looks like
I was trying to make sure I wasn't gonna like crunch down on something in a second. That'd be my luck. She's like, "What happened to my desk?" Listen, I don't know.
It was for a bit. Leave me alone.
Yeah. People are going to laugh hysterically at it. She's like, I'm not laughing.
You're not the target audience. And you just see the beautiful. Yeah. Why didn't I do that in the last episode? I'm dumb. I'm trying to duck out of the way. Idiot.
Super smart. Super smart.
We have like 3 brain cells between the two of us. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we have like 1.5, and only one of us is allowed to use the full one at a time.
Yeah. That poor guy's got 2 brain cells and they're both fighting for 3rd place.
Yeah. Have you seen the I'm trying to remember the name of it now, but Sky was watching Green and some of them play a game earlier where it's like that. So they had the game where you had to identify like humans versus like aliens or whatever, and so the people come up and you have to do like you would scan them like with a thermometer thing to see what their body temperature was.
Yeah, there was like a zombie apocalypse or something like that. Like
so you're like the guard at this place who's filtering out who's a zombie and who's not and stuff. Well, now they have a game where it's like you're running a convenience store. And you actually have to like decorate it and put like items on the shelves and stuff. But then when people come in to buy things, you have to try to figure out which ones are and are not like aliens, like these creatures in a sense. And if you accidentally let one go that is an alien, it'll go alert like it's Overlord to then come back and attack you and stuff like that. And you get weapons and you have to like fight them and stuff. It actually looked like it would be really fun, but it's like it's intended to be like a 1-player game, but they were playing it with like 4 people, and it was an absolute riot to watch.
I got really into Supermarket Simulator because me and my simulation games.
You do like simulation games. I tried to get into Farming Simulator and just couldn't, man. It didn't do a thing for me.
Dude, really?
Yeah, I think it was just it's too complicated.
To be fair, I was gonna say, to be fair, you could literally just walk outside your front door and boom, Farming Simulator.
I'm like literally looking at a soybean field right here where I'm like standing now. So yeah, it would be a whole weird thing in a sense. But yeah, like, I downloaded Farming Simulator and tried to like start into it, and I was like, there's just way too much to this. Like I thought it was gonna be like, okay, I just get to drive a combine.
That's where we should play it together.
Yeah, maybe so.
But yeah, like Supermarket Simulator, you start out with this little convenience store. You have to buy all your products, and then you upgrade, and like you can make the space bigger, and then you get a storage room, and then you can hire workers, and then now you have like vehicles and stuff where you have to like you can go to like discount stores and like buy all your stuff. And
it's hilarious to me that we've come to the point as a society where it's like, finally off work. I can't wait to go home and relax and work a job on my PC.
Right. Well, like that's kind of how I felt when I did GTA RP.
Yeah.
And I want to get back into it now but I need to get an upgrade for my computer. But it was so much fun. But like I ended up working as a paramedic in GTA RP.
Okay.
And there was like where you could do like CPR, where you had to like learn, like they taught you how to like drive the ambulances and do all this kind of stuff. And I mean, it was a lot of fun, and like there was a lot of fun people that played. I'm really mad because I got onto the RP server right after Wade left. Because it was a server that he played on, and I was able to get on. And one of the guys that he used to play with, I ended up doing a lot of RP interactions with him because he was a paramedic too. And there was a time there was a time we were like trying to get to like up in the mountains, kind of around Mount Chiliad, if you've ever played GTA.
Yep.
And we were coming up this hill and there was a tunnel that came through the other way. And I was like lights and sirens driving the ambulance. And all of a sudden out of this tunnel, and I did not hear him because, well, one, we were talking, and two, the sirens, it was a cop car. And I literally T-boned him into a store.
Oh my gosh.
Completely. And like we were like, oh, are you okay? He's like, yeah, just go, just like, you know, go, you got people to save and things like that. So he ended up taking his car to the repair shop and getting it because it was like totaled, doors gone, engine blown, like thousands of dollars worth of damage to this cop car.
Right.
We go to the same repair shop to get our ambulance fixed. It was like $300 worth of damage. And the guy was like, yeah, we had a cop car that came in that was like completely totaled and said he got T-boned by an ambulance. And we were like,
yeah, no, don't know anything about that.
That was weird. But like, there was like not a scratch on the ambulance, but the cop car was completely totaled.
That's funny. Yeah. I mean, that stuff happens in real life, so it's not outside of the realm of possibility in a sense. But yeah, it is funny when you're playing a video game and it happens. That's cool. Do you have a question for me this morning?
I do, and it's one of those things where like I think I heard it and I can't remember, and I might pull a you on this one.
So
I have two loaded in the chamber, so
never gonna live
the
it
first
down.
one. Nope. Would you rather cry vinegar, or sweat mustard?
Oh man. I'm going for me just based off of like my typical life. I'm gonna go with crying vinegar, and main reason being is because I don't cry very often. I mean, and I'll say this: I cry more now than I did when I was a younger man, but I don't cry, still don't cry very often, and so I would say that would be the easier one. Plus, I like vinegar a lot. So.
Right. And that's kind of my thought process too. Like the ratio of crying to sweating is so skewed towards sweating.
Yeah.
That I'm done. Like, plus you would just always smell like it. Like,
and I feel like you're always sweating, right? Like there's always, I mean, even right now I'm standing in my house, which is like, 72 degrees, and my, like, as I'm standing here recording this, because of where I'm holding my hands, my palms are just a little bit sweaty. Underneath my arms is a little bit sweaty.
A little bit heavy.
Yeah. Mom spaghetti. But there's just like all kinds of little times where you're just sweating just a little bit. But when you think about turning that into mustard, and the fact that mustard stains everything it touches and stuff, is just kind of like, that sounds terrible. But the crying vinegar thing, I mean, it's like for me especially, like, because I like vinegar on a lot of different things. It's like, oh, we go to Five Guys and somebody's like, hey, you want me to pick up the malt vinegar for you? Like, no thanks, just make me cry.
Yeah.
just leaning over here.
Like, there's so much more practical applications for the vinegar.
Yeah, for sure.
Than there is the mustard. Like I mean, yeah, I would much rather it leak down here and I could just like, oh, I need to clean something real quick, make it cry, and then like, clean off my monitor or whatever. And like, oh no, it's hot. I'm gonna go get a hot dog. Oh, mustard? Nope, no thanks. Just
god,
just like.
all I could imagine was like an entire hot dog that you just run under your armpit and it's just covered in mustard. It's like, oh gosh, too much.
But it would make barbecuing a lot easier.
Yeah, well,
you
that's
never
true.
have to buy a binder.
Binder all the time. You got a binder all the time. Well, and if you're crying vinegar and stuff like that, if you stand over your barbecue and let the smoke hit your eyes, you could get like vinegar to spritz your barbecue with and stuff like that while you're cooking it. So vinegar's definitely the win on that one, I think.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
All right, let's kick this bad boy off. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Josh.
Recognize me? No? Well, I'm Josh.
I got suspended from school because of Josh.
You're going to be there with me in every way imaginable, Josh.
Josh is truly in a trance, yeah.
I went to high school with Josh, and I can tell you right now, he's a terrific kisser.
Hi, I'm Josh.
Josh, these are people's jobs we're talking about, Josh.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
Josh walking in the door wasn't even close.
Josh, you are a muffin-snuggling pirate puncher.
Josh is a good guy. We can talk to him.
Please welcome Joshua.
Every time I think about changing the intro, I come back and it's just still so good.
It was weird because I don't know if it's because it's the second episode and like our internet is a little bit better synced up. I can actually hear the intro.
Yeah. Okay. Good. We're improving. We're getting there, everybody.
Yay.
So, as promised, I have prepared a little game for us to work our way through today. And
oh, great.
this one, instead of doing like our typical, I guess, kind of like trivia thing that we do, this is going to be a trivia game, but it's going to be based on kind of brain teasers, if you will. And so I put together like a whole list of brain teasers, and I'm just going to give you the questions, and you got to figure out what the answer is. You know how it rolls. I will say this. I don't think that these are like, these are not terribly hard. I don't think you're going to struggle that bad with them, but we'll just see how you work your way through.
Okay.
All right. So let's kick it off. First brain teaser is, what gets wetter the more it dries?
A towel?
There you go. See, I told you. You're off to a great start.
See, when you start these things that easy, it makes me like nervous for the end of these things.
No. Why would it? It's gonna be super simple.
Go on.
Okay. Let's maybe another easy one. What has a neck but no head?
A bottle?
Hey, see? Look at this. I told you. Easy peasy.
Okay.
Just going to walk through this, walk in the park, right? Okay. Number 3. What can travel all around the world while staying in a corner?
What can travel all around the world while staying in a corner?
Uh-oh, did we get to a good one? All right.
Staying in a corner.
And there's somebody out there that listens to our podcast knows the answer, and they're just screaming at you right now through their radio.
Yeah.
Or phone, or whatever they're listening on.
I'm trying to think of what's like in a corner besides like you have angles, you have I don't know.
Yeah, you're absolutely gonna kick yourself. I'm gonna give you like just a little bit more. What can travel all around the world while staying in a corner?
Staying in a corner. Travel all around the world. Staying in a corner.
All right, let's nah. in a corner.
You put a lamp in a corner?
Sure. Yeah. Let's think this through for a little bit. So, like, what are some things that commonly will travel around the world?
Airplanes, boats.
Okay, so let's narrow it down. So, like, okay, on airplanes and boats, what's some things that usually travel around the world on airplanes and boats?
Luggage.
Luggage is one of them. This I'll say this. I'll give you a hint that this used to be like incorporated in with luggage, probably like throughout the 1800s and into the early 1900s, but it's not anymore. So if you want to keep naming some more stuff, like what travels,
but it was the 1800s and early 1900s.
Yeah. Well, so it was included. I know it was included in luggage a lot of times during that time period when people would travel with luggage. the luggage would utilize this?
Space? I don't like.
I love how much this is cooking your brain. So
It is. I don't like it.
let's just think
Money?
about this.
I don't.
So you're in Ohio. I'm in North Carolina. If I wanted to send you something,
Mail?
so what do we have to use?
Postage stamp.
A stamp. There you go. A stamp. Always in the corner, right? But travels all around the world. There you go. We worked our way there eventually. We got it.
Jeez.
Hey, listen, the first two were gimmies, so number 3 had to be a little bit tougher. All right, here's one. I think you might get this one. The more you take away from me, the bigger I become.
The more you take away from me, the bigger I become.
Yep. This I'll give you this hint that the answer to this one has been an intimate part of our lives on an annual basis.
A hole?
There it is. A hole. The more you take away, the bigger I become.
Well, because I was thinking like volume, because I mean, like the more you take out of something, the bigger the volume of what you've. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. A hole. Okay.
Okay.
I was getting there. To be fair,
you were taking your time. You got Number 5. What belongs to you, but everyone else uses more than you do?
Your name.
There it is. All right. See, back on easy street. Okay.
Some of these ones I've heard, and it's like, but because I know I've heard the postage stamp one, and that's what makes it the most frustrating. Because like, I'm not a good riddle person to begin with, so
you're doing.
That's why I would be terrible in an escape room.
Yeah, well, yeah, you and I both. I think between our ADHD and the bad at solving these kinds of things would be our downfall. But
right.
So number 6, what has many keys but can't open a single lock?
What has many keys? Piano.
There it is. Good. Yeah. So whoever wrote this one clearly has never seen the Goonies, right? Because it opened the lock.
You're right.
So number 7. What 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it?
Short.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. Yeah.
that was one of those where I was like, wait, it
seems so simple.
It was like two.
Yeah, good. All right, number 8. Just so you know, when we get to number 10, it'll be a lightning round. It's gonna be quick ones like that we'll throw out there.
Okay.
So number 8, what has cities but no houses, rivers but no water, and forests but no trees?
I want to say a map.
You nailed it, man. Look at that. See?
Okay.
I told you. Again, they were going to be as bad as you're hoping they would.
It's those ones that are like, it's so simple. I don't trust myself for it to be the right answer.
Right. Yeah. I do the same thing. Every time I play one of these things, I like second guess myself out of the things I think are true. But all right, number 9. This one you got to like kind of listen carefully. Forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. What am I?
Forward, you're heavy. Backward, you're not.
Yep.
Forward, I'm heavy. Backwards, I'm not.
This is one of those ones.
This one I have no clue.
I'll give you a clue and say that you've already received the clue. This is one that when I read it the first time, I was like, oh, that's a toughie.
Forward, I'm heavy. Backward, I'm not. Man, I don't I got nothing on this one.
Okay. All right. So I'll give you a hint that it is it's wordplay on one of the words from the phrase in particular. So forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. I can smell the sawdust burning from here.
I know, right? Forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. Or back, I am not.
That's backward. Backward, I am not.
It is backward.
Yeah. It's yeah. It when you hear it, you're gonna be like, "Gosh darn it, dude!" Do you want me to reveal the answer to it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the answer is ton. Forward, I am heavy, so ton forward, TON. Backward, I am not, NOT. So yeah, I know.
Well, like that was the thing. I was like, well, that the whole sentence is not a palindrome because that's where my mind first went, and I'm like, well, there's nothing that spells in there. But yeah, okay, yeah.
That's good. This is a lightning round for part 10 of this.
Boy.
But
okay,
I think you'll get these. I think you'll nail at least vast majority of them. What has legs but doesn't walk?
What has like a chair?
That's
or a table.
Yeah, table. Table was the answer we were looking for. So, but chair would work as well. What has teeth but can't bite?
What has teeth but can't bite?
Yeah.
A saw?
Well, I don't know. I think a saw technically can bite. That's what it's called when a saw hangs up, you know.
Yeah. Has teeth, but doesn't bite. Teeth, but doesn't bite. Teeth, but doesn't bite. Man.
I'm glad some of these are tripping you up because I thought that some of them were just gonna be like way too easy.
What has teeth but doesn't bite? I'm trying to think of things that have teeth, but the first thing that came to my mind was like a saw or a chainsaw.
I would say that like you're definitely like you're onto something in the category of it being an object. So now you got to figure out what other objects have teeth on them.
Teeth. Man, this one I don't know. I can't think of anything that has teeth.
All right, so if I were to use the phrase, I'm going to go through it with a fine tooth.
Comb.
Comb. That's right. A comb has teeth but doesn't bite. Yep. So let's see. Next one. What can fill a room but takes up no space?
Air.
Air's good. That's one answer I think we should accept on that one.
Laughter, darkness, light.
Wow. You got a bunch of them on that. That's good. Yeah, light's the answer we were looking for on that one. So, yep. Light can fill a room but takes up no space. But the rest of those, that's true as well. What has an endless supply of letters but starts empty?
Endless supply of letters, but a mailbox?
There you go. Good. Yeah. You held on to the stamp thing real tight that time. That was good. Yeah. I was hoping you were going to be there.
Well, at first I was thinking like an unwritten book, but
yeah,
and then I was like, oh no, the letters mailbox. Yeah.
What can run but never walks?
Your nose?
That's an acceptable answer there as well. Not the one we're looking for, but acceptable. That's good.
What can run? Stream or river?
Yeah, water is the answer. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Good. What is always in front of you but can't be seen?
Your nose?
Nah, you can see your nose. I can see my nose right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, but your brain chooses to ignore it.
Sure.
What is the future?
Hey, nice. I didn't expect that one to come that fast. That was good. That's good. What has 4 wheels and flies?
4 wheels and flies?
Yeah. This one's a little bit of a tricky one.
A mid-sized jet?
Nah. It's a good
There's
guess.
two wheels in the front, and it has two landing.
But
Four
technically,
wheels
technically,
and
don't they have
luggage?
It'd be 6 wheels on a jet, right?
No, like some of the smaller like private jets, they only have the two wheels under the wings, and then they have the single axle
Okay.
wheel with two
Yeah,
wheels on the top on the front.
Yeah, it's not that.
A rolling suitcase.
Flies? Are you talking about the zippers? Is that what you're playing off of?
No, a rolling suitcase because like
Oh, I see.
it
I
has
see.
the
If
four
you, if you
wheels
load
on
it in a plane, sure,
and it
sure.
flies.
Yeah, not the answer we're looking for though.
Four wheels. The General Lee.
Generally, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'll give you that. It's not the answer we're looking for, but not wrong.
Four wheels and flies.
So think about on the fly part of it. Think less literal flying.
A car?
We're kind of in the category.
Like a race car?
No. That's I see what you're doing there with that kind of flies. I think maybe just keep working with the word flies and see where you get to.
Flies. Not literal flies.
Well, maybe
Metaphorically
literal flies.
Four wheels and flies.
Like I said, this one's like a definite like play on the words in a sense. Like the four wheel part is pretty straightforward. The flies part is where it kind of takes a twist.
Four wheels and flies. I got nothing.
Okay, it's a garbage truck. Do you see the play on words like flies?
Yes,
like
yeah.
Zzz,
Well, like
flies.
that was okay. Yeah, okay. No, that's a valid one. That's a valid one.
I said it was a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
So this is I think you're gonna get this one easy peasy. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. What breaks without falling?
Breaks without falling.
Uh-huh.
A glow stick.
I mean, a glow stick could technically break when it falls. I think.
What breaks without falling?
I thought for sure you'd get this one right off the bat.
What breaks without falling? A car?
That's an interesting take on it. Yeah, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, like you apply the brakes. I don't know. Like yeah, I think the front end of the car typically falls when you hit the brakes, doesn't it?
Yeah. A Kit Kat.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, right? Yeah. Not a sponsor, but hey, if Kit Kat, here's out. I do really enjoy your product. My kid swears that she only likes Left Twix, which I have yet to do, but I'm gonna one day. Or Kit Kat bars. She likes something about like the specific ones they released like that with Twix and stuff, where they were doing like only the left or whatever. And I'm like, I don't think you could tell. I think if I go get the right ones and feed them to you and ask you, you're gonna like, it's a 50-50 shot.
Breaks without falling. Breaks without falling. Breaks without falling.
All right, so think of this one more along the lines of, like it's a phrase that's used to describe something happening more so than it is about like the literal break and falling.
A news story.
Oh, that's a good one. That's really good. If we were running like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I would accept that answer. But it's not the one we're looking for, but a really good one. That's breaking news. Good. Love it. So you're like you're in the ballpark now. You know what you're doing as far as using that.
The only other phrase is break a leg.
Nah, not break a leg.
Break. Like a page break or an ad break?
No. That's also good thoughts. So now you're in the ballpark of knowing that it's like one of those kinds of phrases, right? Like it's something that doesn't actually like break in that sense, but yeah, you're getting close.
A good opportunity.
Good opportunity. Yeah, you get a break in life, right? I see what you're saying. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I got this one. This one's eluding me. I'm coming up with everything but the right answer.
So what? It happens. It happens once every 24 hours. That's the hint I'm going to give you. It has happened once every 24 hours since the Lord set things in motion for us.
Day?
Yeah, it's the breaking of day.
Of day. Okay.
Day breaks without falling. Yeah.
A fast.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you, man. Like you routed off so many answers that were just like not the ones we were looking for, but really, really good answers though, right. Nonetheless. So yeah, cool. You did great on that. I thought, man, you nailed like a vast majority of those, better than I would have. I can tell you that much, because I was reading through them and was like, I don't know how good I would do at a lot of these, but yep, you got them. Cool. Again,
it's like coming to the correct solution, but the wrong way. I couldn't show my work.
Right. Yeah. It's like me in math class all over again.
Yeah.
I got there somehow. That's all that really matters.
Yeah. I had the right answer, but I just didn't do the right work.
I always hated that, man. Like, what was the whole point in like, you have to be able to show your work? It's like, if I got the right answer, because there were some types of math that no clue how I managed to like eke out answers and stuff like that. But I would always get like points deducted for not showing the correct way of doing it. And I'm like, I don't understand that.
Right. And like that's the thing too. It's one of those things where it's like, just because I got to the destination, but not the way you wanted me to, I still got to the destination.
Right.
Why should I lose more points for not showing my work?
And did it faster most of the time too. Like that's the thing that always bugged me, was like, if you and I were at the same place and we both said, okay, we're going to take off from here and I'm going to meet you at such place, and we both took different routes to get there, but I beat you there, would you tell me that I took the wrong route?
No,
I
would be like, hey, how did you get here faster than me?
Exactly. I took a better route than you did. That's the whole thing. Right. That's what I don't understand about math. It's like, if I take the different route to get there, but I do it faster than you did it, then that means I did it right.
Right. And like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I've said this before. Like, I was helping Harper with her math homework, and I was just like rattling off all of the answers that she was asking me. And my dad looks at me. He's like, when did you get good in math? And I said, when I didn't have to show my work.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Then I would confuse myself, because I have all of these formulas and theorems and stuff running through my head, that I would get everything confused and I would get the wrong answer.
Yep.
Or I would get the wrong answer by showing my work, but I already had the answer, and I'm like, I don't know.
You and I are such kindred spirits, man. It's ridiculous, because I was the exact same way. Like, even just like when I was working up at Crossroads and stuff, we could be sitting in meetings and people would round off some numbers, and they'd be like, we're trying to figure out at least like an approximation of like how much money we're going to spend on something or whatever. And they would round off numbers, and I would just spit out, oh, that's about like X amount of money. And they're like, how did you do that so fast? And I'm like, because when I'm not bogged down with like pressure and stupid equations and all that kind of stuff, I can actually do simple math stuff pretty fast. But right. it's when you want me to solve for some hypothetical thing that doesn't technically exist, then I get a little bit weirded out. Don't put letters in my math. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. That's Latin.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. It makes no sense, and nobody uses it anymore. Don't do that. Cool. Well, I know you said at the big, like as we were starting off everything, that you have a story to tell me.
I have a story to tell you, but I'm going to start the story with a little bit of a history lesson.
Oh,
that
okay.
relates to the story, but it eventually relates to the story. So,
is it tied to World War II?
What's that?
I said, is it tied to World War II?
No, actually, for once. So I'm sure you've been in a mall or a building and have seen this particular set of uh, movable stairs, better known as an
An
escalator.
escalator. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So do you have any idea like how the escalator came to be and things like that?
I I don't think I do. I don't think I have any idea.
It's actually a really interesting story. Like, and this is a true story. I've heard it on numerous different things on how the escalator came to be.
Okay.
So the early ideas of the escalator. So the first patent for something like an escalator was granted to Nathan Ames in 1859. So another one of those things where something is a lot older than we think it is. So this was what 20 or 16 years after the fax machine was invented. So
Which is crazy. Think about that. The simplicity of what a escalator is compared to a fax machine, and the fax machine came first. It's stupid.
right. So he patented it as revolving stairs. And, back when this was first conceptualized, it was a moving staircase. So the idea was there from the conception of the revolving stairs, but it was only a concept. And it was never built as a working machine. So the modern idea actually started to take shape in the 1890s. So about 40-ish years later, 40 years later.
Okay.
And Jesse W. Reno patented the incline elevator in 1892, and then later built a working variation of this inclined elevator.
An inclined elevator. I hate it.
Right. So the first working models, and this is where it kind of gets wild. Reno's design was installed at Coney Island in 1983, and it was often treated as the first working escalator-like device. It was actually a ride. They displayed it as a amusement ride because nobody had ever seen anything like this, where you stand still and then you slowly go up the incline and things like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sure, you've stepped up steps before, but have you ever gone up steps without moving your feet?
Without stepping?
Come on down.
So, and it was only a few steps, and it was made out of wood, obviously, because it was just revolving slats of wood that went up. And I guess so. In one story that I heard, at the end of the stairs, because people were so wound up because they had never experienced anything like that, they would give the men like alcohol to like calm their nerves and stuff, and they would I forget what they would give the women, but it was something like along those lines, just to like calm them down because they had never experienced anything like that before.
That's hilarious.
So Charles Seeberger developed a step style moving staircase and coined the word escalator. And then in 1900, Otis Elevator then bought the key rights to help turn the idea into a commercial product. So Otis is like the main manufacturer of elevators. If you ever look at like the panel, it always says Otis. I think it's like I've only ever like looking at this. I think I've only ever seen Otis elevators.
Yeah.
So they have a tight monopoly.
Yeah, if you're looking at like full size elevators and buildings and stuff like that, if you go to so on the coast of North Carolina, there's a bunch of these you saw them when you were here, the sandcastle style houses that are like real tall, beach houses and everything. In those, a lot of times they'll have elevators, and I know that a lot of those, when it's like a 2, maybe 3 person elevator or smaller, that those are typically like off brands. Like it's a very specialized company that makes those things. But Otis elevators, I would wager that for everybody listening to this, vast majority of the elevators that you've ever been in are Otis elevators.
Right. So the first commercial escalators appeared around 1899. They were used and they were shown prominently at the Paris Exposition in 1900. So then by the early 1900s, escalators were being built and installed in department stores and transit systems, which made them a normal part of city life. The London's Underground adopted them early as well, helping make escalators a standard feature in public transportation. So even at airports, you have the moving walkways, which is just a flat escalator. And then you have,
escalator, if you will.
I believe, what's that?
I said the flescalator, if you will.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mind goes to weird places.
I forget which. I want to say it's like Macy's or one of the bigger, older department stores in New York City still has a wooden escalator.
Wow.
I think that's where I originally saw this, and it didn't spark the idea. But then when I thought of the story, but with escalators, you have various sizes of escalators.
Yeah.
So you have ones that go from essentially what we would have like a regular staircase. One flight of stairs is an escalator, or 2 flights of stairs. Now, when you get into airports and things like that, you get like the massive like 3-story escalators from like the baggage claim all the way up back to the surface level to get to the ground transport and rental cars and things like that.
Yeah. Have you ever been in the Atlanta airport?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, that's from my recollection, I think that's one of like the largest escalators I've ever seen is in the Atlanta airport. They just have like one that goes, I think it's like 5 stories or 6 stories up, something like that. Yeah. It's crazy.
So that's what brings me to the story today. So when a few months back, when my dad, Harper, and I went to Arizona, we flew into Phoenix, and we were getting our bags. Like we had landed, we were getting our bags to go to the rental car. So we're getting on the escalator, and like we didn't have any carry-ons at the time.
Yeah,
like we just had our backpacks and our personal items. So we didn't have any luggage with it. We checked all of our bags just because it was easier, and plus we were going all the way out to Arizona for a week. So we just took bigger suitcases and paid the $70 for the check bag fee and whatever.
Right.
So and a lot of times in airports and a lot of times in department stores, the escalators pass one another. So you have the one going down, you have the one going up. So we're getting on to the up escalator to go up to catch another escalator to the ground level.
The escalator to the escalator to the escalator. Yeah.
Right, to the Escalade. So
there it is.
We're going up the escalator. We're about, I would say, 2/3, maybe half to 2/3 of the way up the escalator, and the other one's down, and there's a few people getting on at the top, like we can see getting on at the top, and then all of a sudden I hear a and just like a dramatic pause, and then I just hear when somebody got on the escalator, their carry-on on the wheels tipped over and started plummeting down the escalator going down.
That's what you want. That's exactly what you want.
And I just like kind of looked, and I was like, what is that noise? And all of a sudden I just hear and it goes down, and then I look down and I'm like, oh no, there's a lady getting off at the bottom of the escalator. So a 3-story escalator, this suitcase that probably has a ton of clothes and stuff in it because they were going down to get on in the terminal, just starts flying down this escalator.
Oh my god!
And this lady completely feet up, like up in the air, and like you could hear her hit the ground.
Jeez, dude!
And it was just like you're frozen in that moment. Like you're like, oh my gosh, like what? But we're literally on the opposite side, like cannot do anything but just watch this masterful piece of tragic comedy come together in every perfect sense of the word. It's like, like Wile E. Coyote when he gets his feet just completely chopped underneath of it, just flat, and then bam. And like you just see people, like as we're like going up, we're just like, That's like
It's like from Adam Sandler when he's like, "Hey, you remember that Mr. lady?"
no, like
Get
no
this off of
joke.
me.
Like this lady, I would not be surprised if she didn't get knocked out from hitting as hard as she did because she couldn't go anywhere.
That's crazy.
Like, cause she was like a couple of steps from the bottom,
Right.
and then just completely just got destroyed.
Jeez.
By this suitcase.
Where was the person that it belonged
teenage
to?
Girl. It was like a teenage girl. Like she had just like kind of rolled the suitcase onto the edge, and I'm guessing when the floor dropped, it was over too far, and she just lost a handle on it, and it just went. So,
jeez,
you know those warning signs that you see on the bottom of the escalators. Make sure, especially when you're in an airport, pay attention to those, because that was the joke coming home when we got on that same escalator to go to the check-in gate.
Everybody hold on to your luggage tight.
I was like, Harper, I'm gonna stand in front of you in front of the bag so that doesn't happen again. And yesterday when I was taking her home after football practice, she was like, "Did you tell Josh that story?" I was like, "Oh, no, I completely forgot about that." And I was like, "You're gonna have to text me and remind me tomorrow to tell that story." So we were at Barnes and Noble because that's when she remembered that story.
Yeah.
And I like literally like was like, "Hey Siri, set a reminder for me to tell Josh about the escalator story."
That's hilarious.
Tomorrow. Yeah. So that was the fun escalator story that we had coming back from Arizona.
That's wild. So an interesting thing to tie into that, right? Because you talked about the moving walkways and the escalators, right? Mm-hmm. So in those things, like, because we've talked in the past about, which we still have to do at some point in time, where you're going to use SimCity to create our Joshtopia thing. But one of those things that kind of goes in line with the where you drive on the highway and all that kind of stuff also ties into this, because it infuriates me to no end on the moving walkway thing that, and on the escalator. Like, part of the whole reason why they're there is so that if you continue to walk like you normally would on those contraptions, it speeds up everything for you, right? So like,
absolutely.
If you're on one of those walkways and you're standing still, I can walk at the same speed as you outside of the walkway. Like, you're not going like fast enough where it's like justifying anything beyond that. And if you're on an escalator and you stand still, I can go up the steps just as fast as you can. The purpose of those things is for you to actually keep moving so that it exponentially speeds up, right? Because you're going like 5 times faster than the person who's just walking off of the thing when you do that. And so it drives me crazy. Like, you go to airports and stuff and you get on one of those moving walkways and there's 2 people standing side by side with their luggage in between them on the walkway, blocking you from being able to keep walking forward. And man, it's the same thing as being in the fast lane on the highway and not being able to get by somebody. It infuriates me. It's like, I'll go stand so awkwardly close to people that they can smell what I had for breakfast that morning. I'm just like, we've been trying to reach you, but your car's extended warranty. I'm like, you have to get out of my way. Yeah.
Well, like, and the same thing when we were out driving in Arizona. Like, when you're around Phoenix, it's literally 8-lane highways.
Oh, that's glorious.
Well, yes and no. Because you have your 2 express lanes on the end, so that leaves you 6 lanes of highway.
Right.
People will camp in the other 2 lanes. So trying to get off of the highway is an absolute nightmare.
I see what you're saying.
Like,
I can see that, but at least when you're on the highway, though, there's so many options. I could like bob and weave people if I needed to.
Right. And that was one thing that my brother would constantly complain when he was riding with us. Like, Dad would do like we do. We would get over about 2 miles before the exit so we wouldn't miss our exit. But yeah, no, there are people just cutting you off constantly getting over because people ride in the exit lanes.
That's crazy.
But yeah, like it was 8, like, because my dad was like, how many lanes do you see? So you have like a 16 total lane highway that is in and around Phoenix and things like that.
That's wild. That's absolutely crazy. So I got curious because we were talking about where the largest escalators were too. And do you know where the world's largest escalator is?
Is it like a major city or
Major city?
Or is it like an airport?
it's in a huge city.
Probably like LA somewhere.
Yeah, I was thinking United States as well. The largest one in the world is in Park Pobedi metro station in Moscow, Russia.
Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense.
Listen to this though. This Joker is 413 feet long. It takes you 3 minutes to travel from top to bottom, and it has 740 steps per escalator.
Dang.
Yeah. That's
a
a hefty escalator. Now, can you imagine being on that bad boy and somebody drops their luggage at the top?
Let their luggage. Oh my gosh. That's like terminal velocity, like 120 miles an hour. Just,
you've never seen a suitcase on fire from speed that it gained going down an escalator. Just absolutely cook some old lady at the bottom.
So that would be what has four wheels and flies, because it would skip off of one.
That's exactly right. Just destroy somebody. Gosh. And you know, like how they have like all the suitcases now that they sell are like hard shell. And you can just imagine one of those guys lighting somebody up. Gosh, going back to our mock Jesus terminology.
Dude, could you imagine if it was one of the drivable suitcases? How heavy that Joker has to be.
But how cool are those things though? The ones that have like the little band.
I know, right?
That you can you can sit on it and drive it, but it also just follows you if you wanted to. I'm like, that's the coolest thing ever.
Right. Yeah. See, this is the kind of technology that we need.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Kudos to those guys. Like, stop trying to get us to space. Start giving me more stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Well, as we get ready to wrap up today, we'll remind you guys of the same things we usually tell you about. We have a Linktree account, and it's in the description of this episode, no matter where you're watching or listening to it. And we want you to go ahead and follow that Linktree account. Main reason being is that if you're just picked up and watching or listening to us, you can go follow us on our social media accounts. That's the best place to get news about upcoming events. It's the best place for you to find other people who listen to the episodes, to see their comments and leave comments of your own. We would love for you to be able to interact with that. And like Josh always says, you can like and not follow, and follow and not like. So make sure you do both of those things. Turn on all the bells and whistles that they have going on for them, so that you can stay up to date when we have new things coming out. And Josh can tell you a little bit more about how we like for you guys to leave comments and our rating stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have pride in our humility when we ask you guys to rate us for 5 stars, but a lot of it is just to help us in the algorithm. The more people that rate us higher, the more it gets pushed out into the normal algorithm. We're not trying to make money doing this. I mean, we're not going to turn it down. So
not opposed to it.
But it helps us just to get to a new audience, and then that can help us to broaden what we do. And like I said, leave comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about. We are very open. We've done a few suggestions from the audience. I know we did a bit about cloud seeding. We've done different. The Ohio Lemonheads is one, or Melonheads. I keep wanting to say Lemonheads. Yeah. The Ohio Melonheads was another thing that we looked into, and that was spawned by a listener comment. So we love all the comments. We read all the comments. We try to respond to all the comments that we can, and it's one of those things where it helps us engage with you guys. So go ahead, give us a like, give us a share, give us a comment, and that just helps us to get to more people and be able to create more content that you guys want to see.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys very much, and Josh and I will be hopefully back again together in the upcoming weeks after I get back from a retreat that I got to go on and recording some new episodes. So if you got something you want us to talk about, throw it out there for us. We'd love to hear from you on that one. And otherwise, we will see you guys in the next episode. We love you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
I'm starting to think about dinner now. Oh,
Yeah, same.
I broke
think
broke the wall for everybody out there. We're not recording in the morning.
Yeah.